let's start the show. Justin Booth versus Alpha Red. What happened? Oh, here we go. Justin Booth versus Alpha Red on WCW Monday Nitro, the opening contest. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. Here we go. Let's start WCW Monday Nitro. Of course, Alpha Red of the Figure Fight Club. As of late, these handed tactics. But as you can see, Alpha Red is here, and he is ready to take on the Saponi Werewolf Justin Booth. And there he is, Alpha Red. He is ready to take on Justin Booth, the Saponi Werewolf. Last week they were in tag team action and Alpha Red got the better of the two. The Saponi Werewolf, Justin Booth, came to Eric Bischoff and he said, God damn it, I want a shot one-on-one at Alpha Red for cruiserweight supremacy. And ladies and gentlemen, Eric Bischoff, of course, you know he is. He will always happily oblige. And Alpha Red now trying to get this WCW capacity crowd into it. And they really don't care about anything Alpha Red is trying to sell them. They don't really like the Figure Fight Club, as we all know that they aren't big-time fan favorites here in WCW. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you all for hanging out. We got through Nitro. We're about to start WCW. We got through Raw. We're about to start the WCW brand here. And Alpha Red is about to go one-on-one with one Justin Booth, the Saponi Werewolf. I'm excited for this match, and I'm sure you are as well. We are just waiting on his opponent, and here we go. Here it is, the Saponi Werewolf. You hear his music, and here he is, Justin Booth, in the house, ready to go. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here at the LSWA for Sunday Evening Slam. We greatly appreciate you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're putting up another poll right now. Who do you think Justin Booth will win? Or do you think Alpha Red will get another victory over? Right now here in the chats, you got the poll. Who will win, Justin Booth or Alpha Red? Cast your vote right now. As ladies and gentlemen, we are in for some serious action. Justin Booth versus Alpha Red. And here we go. Alpha Red fires right out of the box here. And now Justin Booth wants to be the face of the cruiserweight division. He has been very adamant about joining the high elite of the cruiserweight division. And ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you guys hitting the poll right now. 38% to the 67% think that Justin Booth will fall short against Alpha Red. But right now, fantastic display of chain wrestling between these two men. And Alpha Red and Justin Booth, both graduates of the WCW Power Plant. And they are here tonight on WCW. And a nice drop kick by Alpha Red. Justin Booth has a tall order ahead of him if he wants to be the face of the cruiserweight division. You're going to have to score pinfall victories against guys like Alpha Red. And, of course, you're going to cross paths with current #1 contender, Action Figure Addict. And, of course, guys like Cruz Del Toro, Joaquin Wild, Santos Escobar. And, of course, the champion, Rey Mysterio. So, Justin, if you want to be the face, your road to the victory starts now. And here we go. Beautiful drop kick laid out by Justin. And a nice knee drop off the second rope. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for joining us here on Sunday Evening Slam. Justin Booth trying to go for a 3 count. But Alpha Red kicking out. And he ducks in a beautiful Pele kick. Beautiful Pele kick by Justin Booth, the Saponi Werewolf. And now Justin Booth looks like he's going for a springboard drop kick, but Alpha Red sidesteps and goes for a drop kick of his own. And now Alpha Red ducking a clothesline and a nice little swing blade there. And here he goes, going for a count here. 1, 2, and Justin Booth just kicks out. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't, please cast your vote for who do you think's going to win here. I appreciate you. I'm getting word. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate everybody watching. If you haven't yet, please like and subscribe. If you want to join the ranks, please join the membership in a beautiful double stomp by Justin Booth. And now Alpha Red smartly rolling out of the ring to try to get a breather from Justin Booth. Did he go for a dive and he missed? I think Justin Booth went for a dive and he missed. I'm sorry, I dropped something. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Please like and subscribe. Please share. We are live right now. Share it in your YouTube feed. Share it on your Facebook feed. Share it on your Instagram. Let everybody know where the action is right now. It is right here at the WCW Monday Nitro at the Legends Series Wrestling Alliance. And Alpha Red now go for a cover. 1, 2, and Justin Booth kicks out. This action has been nonstop. What a fantastic cruiserweight. Man, wait a minute. What's going on here? And wait a minute. Justin Booth now. What the hell was that about? Justin Booth kicked out and fired up, but what a beautiful move by Alpha Red. 1, 2. Alpha Red gets the victory over Justin Booth, who falls short yet again. Justin Booth, don't beat yourself up. You got a lot to be proud of. You went toe-to-toe with Alpha Red. But Alpha Red, the victor here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, fantastic way to start the night here at WCW Monday Nitro. You can switch back over to me. I appreciate everybody who's watching. Congratulations to Alpha Red. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you for hanging out with us. Listen, the bottom line is this. Justin Booth falling short yet again 2 weeks in a row. But you'll get it back, Justin Booth. All you got to do is stay on the horse and keep at it, young man. And I'm sure you will score a victory at some point or another. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's now head to the backstage area where one action figure addict cut a promo earlier today discussing his issues with one Rey Mysterio Jr.
Rey Mysterio Jr. Rey Mysterio, someone who's considered on one of the 4 pillars of wrestling to many. Someone who's considered a face on the Mount Rushmore of wrestling to many. A Hall of Famer. A multi-time United States champion. A world champion. A former cruiserweight champion. Tag team champion. You got a lot of accolades, Rey. I'll give you that much. You got a lot of accolades. You know, last week, when I went into our match, I had a lot of respect for you, Rey. I was honestly excited to get in the ring with you. But after the utter disgrace of a Cruiserweight Championship match you delivered as a Cruiserweight champion, as a champion of this company, is honestly disgusting. Disgraceful. Outright foul. And you should be ashamed to be WCW Cruiserweight Champion. So you know what I did after that match, Rey? I went right back to Mr. Bischoff's office. And I said, you know what, Mr. Bischoff, frankly, that match was utter bullshit. Is that the type of message you want to send to the fans? Is that the type of message you want to set for WCW? Your champion, one of your champions, the face of the Cruiserweight division currently, that is how you want to be represented by a 40-second squash match? Is that how you want to represent one of your new talent signings of WCW? Because frankly, Mr. Bischoff, if I were you and I was a talent looking to sign with this company, I would frankly be wary. I would stay far away from WCW if that's how you want to book one of your newest signings. And you say, you know what, Alpha, I understand where you're coming from. I understand. Frankly, I was even disappointed in that match last week. So you know what I'm going to do for you, Alpha? At WCW Jamboree, I'm going to have you against Rey Mysterio for the WCW Cruiserweight Championship. So I'm going to give you your rematch. I'm going to give you another title shot. And I said, you know what? Thank you, Mr. Bischoff. Because I'm going to get the job done. I'm going to become the new WCW Cruiserweight Champion. I'm going to be the new face of the Cruiserweight division. A face that can be trusted with such a burden, with such a responsibility that is being a champion, that is carrying the Cruiserweight division on my back. So, Ray, at WCW Jamboree, I'll see you in that ring. And I'm going in there a different person, Ray, than what you saw last week. I'm going in there stronger, harder, faster, smarter, and more aggressive than I did when I went in that ring last week. So I'm going to tell you something right now, Ray. I'm going to leave you with a warning. You better watch your back, watch your ass, look everywhere you go. Because Alpha is on headhunter status. That's right. Alpha has become the headhunter. And you and your Cruiserweight Championship, your head in your Cruiserweight Championship is on the board. Rey Mysterio.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Rey Mysterio,
you heard it here
someone
first.
who's considered on one of the four
addict.
pillars of
That's
wrestling.
something to
someone who's
say.
considered a face on the Mount Rushmore of wrestling to many.
Oh, thank
A
you
Hall
so
of Fame.
much for that. Alpha Red, I appreciate you. Did that hurt? Don't mess with the Figure Fight Club. That's right. Alpha Red now hitting a super chat just so he can talk. Ladies and gentlemen, if you talk shit, you get a super chat, a super shit talk chat. A super shit talker is Alpha Red dropping a super chat just to talk shit. Ladies and gentlemen, Alpha Action Figure Addict had a mouthful there, and this audience letting him have it, calling him a Karen, saying that he basically just ran to management and complained and got what he wanted. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, sometimes you can get a shot by just complaining, but we will see. Slamboree is right around the corner in a couple of weeks, and we will see if Action Figure Addict can continue that kind of momentum. And for some reason, he's on Eric Bischoff's radar, and no one can seem to know why. No one understands why, but he is. But that being said, speaking of championships, up next, Feywyld takes on Alyntra Blayze, the current reigning and defending women's champion, and Feywyld wants to dethrone longtime veteran Alyntra Blayze. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's take it to the action. Alyntra Blayze will go one-on-one with Feywyld, and it happens right now on Nitro. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we apologize ahead of time. We don't have Feywild's theme just yet. We're working on it, and we don't have Alyntra Blayze's theme song as it is copywritten. The Legend Series Wrestling Alliance is working on all the kinks right now. We're trying to get everybody's theme song. But, of course, everybody knows what's on the line here. We don't need theme songs to know how important this match is. And this match is for the title that's around the waist of the current champion, Alyntra Blayze. Can she defend the title successfully? She has so far, but she's got a tall order ahead of her. In the evil within the woods, Feywyld. Feywyld, very dark, hanging out now with Rancor the Savage and the War Raiders. She has now joined the Deadly Five, and they are currently looking for more members to round out the five. As I just said before, there's only four of them. They're technically the Deadly Four, but they will have a fifth member. Rancor has said you can rest assured of that. But right now, let's not worry about that. Let's worry about Feywyld, who has an opportunity of a lifetime to take the championship, the Women's Championship, the LSW Women's Championship, off the champion, Alyntra Blayze. And here we go. Here comes Feywyld. And now Feywyld, as of late, has had an attitude adjustment. Used to be a crowd favorite, but has turned on the crowd as of late. Like I said, joining the ranks of Rancor and the Deadly Five. She is now referred to as the evil within the woods. And she is now, has the opportunity in front of her. All she's got to do is capitalize. She has won a couple of matches under her belt, became number one contender last week on Thunder. I don't think so. I don't remember. But here we go. Feywyld in the ring now. And now doing her power poses, if you will. I guess she does have Feywyld yoga available now. And that's right. That isn't an outfit. That's her actual skin, I'm being told. That is the force embracing the Feywyld. And that's what's on the line right now, ladies and gentlemen. The WCW Women's Championship, or the LSWA Women's Championship is what we're referring to it as.
Introducing the
let's go to the ring announcement.
From the edge of reality, the manifestation, the Woods. And her opponent from Tampa, Florida, the Women's World Champion, Alyntra Blayze.
Alyntra Blayze raising the title up to the sky. Could it be for the very last time? Feywyld has nothing but space and opportunity between her. All she's got to do is capitalize. Ladies and gentlemen, if I could put money on, if I was a betting man, I don't know who I would bet on here, but you're going to have an opportunity right now to make a guess who will win this exciting contest. Feywyld or Alyntra Blayze. Start the votes now. The vote is in the chat. Feywyld or Alyntra Blayze, who will win? As right now the two ladies are engaged in a chain wrestling. Got her in a wrist lock. And Feywyld now trying to reverse it, but can't. Alyntra Blayze definitely the more skilled of the two when it comes to the wrestling ability. Beautiful arm drag takedown. And a nice drop kick by Feywyld. Feywyld ain't much for the chain wrestling. And now Feywyld doing the kicks to the abdomen here, but smacked, open-handed chop, overhand chop, and now smacked by Feywyld. And another smack by Alyntra Blayze. And these two ladies are now going back and forth here. Ladies and gentlemen, most of the polls here, 75% say Feywyld will take it. But Feywyld now not backing down from the WCW LSWA Women's Champion, Alyntra Blayze. Oh, wait a minute now. Look at this. These two women are battling it out right now. Look at this. Completely devolves into a fist fight between Blayze and Feywyld. And now Feywyld gets the better of the two. Look at this. And now Alyntra Blayze smartly reverses it into a beautiful Hurricane Rana. Alyntra Blayze successfully has defended the Women's Championship now for months. Can she continue that beautiful drop? And now here she's setting something up here. Feywyld on Dream Street doesn't know what's going on, is about to turn into some trouble here while she's busted open. Beautiful German suplex into a pin here. 1, 2, 3. Alyntra Blayze retains her championship. And Feywyld gonna have to go back to the drawing board. Gonna have to go back to the training sessions with Rancor and the War Raiders and come back stronger than ever. But Alyntra Blayze retains the title tonight here on Nitro. Impressive. Highly impressive, ladies and gentlemen. Alyntra Blayze, still your reigning and defending WCW Women's Champion. Very impressive, to say the least. Feywyld has nothing to be ashamed of. She'll bounce back. and come back stronger than everyone, especially when she gets back there with Rancor. We appreciate you guys voting on the polls. We appreciate the super chats. We appreciate the gifted subs or the gifted memberships or the guys joining the memberships. Thank you guys so much. But up next, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to jump right back into the action here. One Pauly Pepperjack, who will be accompanied by Estelle, will be taking on Cruz Del Toro. I'm being told that once Estelle had words with Sugarfoot the Violator, she jumped on a plane, flew right to the next city, and make sure she could keep an eye on Pauly Pepperjack. Pauly Pepperjack is in action here against Cruz Del Toro, a member of the LWO. What's up? Oh, we got another super chat, please and thank you. Justin Booth, a $10 super chat. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, Justin Booth refers to, he says, I'm not going to make any excuses. I lost fair and square. Instead of crying to management, I'm going to issue another challenge to Alpha Red one-on-one rematch on Thunder. Ladies and gentlemen, Eric Bischoff has taken notice of that request. And ladies, what a shot at Action Figure Addict. I know he's listening right now, and I know he's throwing the furniture at his house. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, if you guys want to cut promos, members, guys who are a part of the roster, all you got to do is cut some promos, use a voice memo, voice record yourself, send me a WAV or an MP3 file, and we can get promos set up for next week's LSWA. But speaking of which, let's get to tonight. Pauly Pepperjack takes on Cruz Del Toro, one-on-one action here on Thunder, and it's next. Pauly Pepperjack. Cruz Del Toro was still trying to work on a theme song for Cruz Del Toro and the LWO. I am being told that Pauly Pepperjack does have a theme song, so we will hear that. But the LWO currently, unfortunately, in limbo, and this crowd not really pleased. They're not really into Cruz Del Toro, not really a big fan. Again, thank you guys so much. Please, I hope you're having a good time with me tonight here at the LSWA Sunday Evening Slam. You can hang out with us every Sunday evening, 6:05 sharp on the Superstation. Here you'll see all the great action for all the great superstars of the LSWA. Like Pauly Pepperjack, like Jeff Areno, like Zakanin, like Yo Joe Jerk, Roberts, Infinite Realms, Ken's Toys, Curb Stomp, James Lucas, BX Medic, Tone Bone, myself, of course, his Legend Series, Don Kervin, and so many more here at the LSWA. And of course, now we're waiting the arrival of Pauly Pepperjack, who I'm being. And here he comes, Pauly Pepperjack, oh, giving you the sausage and peppers. I know this is the first time we're seeing Pauly Pepperjack here on Nitro on Sunday Night Slam, or Sunday Evening Slam. But here he is. Well, ladies and gents, if you want to be a part of the LSWA roster, you want to take on guys like Pauly Pepperjack, all you got to do is join the membership. You can be created and dropped to the roster. And this could be you next week, taking on Pauly Pepperjack. Well, he comes to the ring with his girlfriend, Estelle. Estelle doesn't look too happy. Like I said before, just a couple of hours ago, she had some work with Sugarfoot the Violator. Sugarfoot the Violator not impressed at all with what Estelle had to say. We have another super chat, young lady, if you want to bring it up. Curb Stomp. Getting word from Curb Stomp Films in the back saying he's happy to be a part of this roster. And Curb Stomp, we're happy to have you. We're happy to team you with Roddy Piper. And you will be in action later. Pauly Pepperjack displaying power here against Cruz Del Toro. Oh, the music's still playing. I'm sorry. Thank you so much, my producer. Well, for a beautiful T-bone suplex by Pauly Pepperjack. Put a little extra sauce on that one. And here we go into a beautiful Hurricane Rana open over Cruz Del Toro going to have to rely on his speed here. And a beautiful inside springboard into Gurry. Pauly Pepperjack might be in some trouble here. And now Pauly Pepperjack doesn't know what to make heads or tails here, but now he's smartly rolling out of the ring to try to get a breather. But whoa, Cruz Del Toro with a big-time dive over the top rope onto Pauly Pepperjack. And this is the crazy action you can expect every single Sunday night here on Sunday Night Slam or Sunday Evening Slam. I'm sorry, I'm already resting up my own name here. And Pauly now coming back at you with some low kicks. He learned that from Karate Kid. And beautiful T-bone suplex again. Pauly now going to break up the count. Smartly now going to, as a matter of fact, he's going to let go. No, he's breaking up the count here. And Cruz Del Toro now going for a drop kick. Pauly gave him a little too much time to recover here, and now he's firmly in control here. Now Toss and Pauly are trying to back into the ring. Oh, no. Another beautiful spin out. Huracan Rana onto the padded floor. And Cruz Del Toro now going to roll Pauly back into the ring. Pepperjack now exchanging words with Estelle. Estelle telling him to get up off his ass. What's wrong with him? And Pauly says, shut up. Leave me alone right now. Hey, look at her. She's really letting Pauly know. And Pauly firing up here. And Pauly big time chop. And Cruz Del Toro blocks the chop here. And Pauly with another chop of his own. Pauly Pepperjack. Oh, wait a minute. Del Toro now firing back a couple shots of his own here. Ladies and gentlemen, who do you think will get the pinfall victory here? There you go. It's broken down again. And here we go. Firing up is Del Toro. And 1, 2. And Pauly kicks out right up now up on the comments. Who do you think will win? Who do you think it's going to be, Del Toro? Or do you think it's going to be Pauly Pepperjack? Del Toro now setting up for something. Moonsault misses. And Pepperjack goes with a drop kick. And now Del Toro rolls to the outside. Pauly Pepperjack now trying to just gain some kind of momentum here with a beautiful bridge over with the Northern Lights. Flips right over into another beautiful move here. Swing out neck breaker. 1, 2. And Pauly Pepperjack picks up the win. Puts a little bit of Parmesan cheese on that one. Pauly Pepperjack gaining the big time W. Estelle impressed with Pauly's technical prowess. Ladies and gentlemen, I am impressed with one Pauly Pepperjack. Pauly Pepperjack really letting this crowd know how he feels. Fantastic action from Pauly. Estelle would be proud. Estelle is proud, ladies and gentlemen, of Pauly Pepperjack. I'm being told right now that we're about to hear from one Jeff Areno. He's got some things he wants to get off his chest, he said. I'm a big fan of Jeff Areno. Biggest man, or one of the biggest men here on the LSWA roster, but seems to have the lightest feet. Of course, his finishing move referred to as the splashdown, the Phoenix Splash, and of course, his Eclipse Splash, the 450. He is referred to normally as the Human Eclipse, but you all just know him as Just Jeff. Coming out next to talk to the LSWA faithful, Jeff Areno. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to hear what Jeff Areno has to say here tonight on Nitro. And here comes Jeff Areno, trying to share his thoughts with the crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, as I said before, I'm a big fan of Jeff Areno, always have been. Been able to fly all over the ring. You're going to see him in action later tonight with Woody Triple Deuce, Morningwood, as they take on debuting Maximilian Tucker and Ken Stores. Ken Lanza holding the new blackjack. And Ken currently saying he's taking applications. He's been through a few wrestlers as of late. None of them have made the cut to be his tag team partner. Maximilian Tucker might be the winner here. We'll see tonight. But Jeff Reno's got some things to say, so let's see what he's got to say.
I'm not here because I want to be. I'm here because I have to be. Booker T, you've had your time. You've sat in the sun. You've soaked it all in. Now it's my turn to sit in the sun and soak it all in. I want your belt, and I want you in this ring, sir.
You heard it here first. Jeff Reno calling out the WCW United States champion, Booker T. Man, oh man, does he got a lot on his mind, does Jeff Reno? I'm impressed right now with Jeff Reno calling out BX Medics in the house, the $10 super chat. I don't mind losing, especially when it's with great entertainment. I'm ready for another match. Put me in, coach. Well, BX Medic, I'm being told by the brass of Monday Night Raw and SmackDown that you will be in action next week on SmackDown. They were impressed with your showing against Don Curvin. They were not going to send out Don Curvin. Don Curvin took it upon himself to come out and challenge you. And he did just that. And you showed this LSWA audience that you got a heart of a lion. And they're gonna reward you with a match one-on-one next week on SmackDown. So make sure you're here, 6:05 sharp Eastern, the Superstation Legend Series channel, as we go live with Sunday Evening Slam. But speaking of the action, we got more action coming up right now here on WCW Nitro. Another debut, Robert's Infinite Realms. But here on the LSWA roster, he's known as Infinite Robert. Will take on cruiserweight icon Santos Del Toro. I'm trying to be nice, trying to be respectful. But here we go. Let's get it down to the arena where Robert's Infinite Realms will take on Santos Del Toro. Robert's Infinite Realms, I'm not sure if he's got a theme song yet. We're looking through the Rolodex of themes that False Finish Productions has dropped on our lap. Unfortunately, I don't see one. But here he comes debuting is Robert's Infinite Realm. Looks like he's working out the nerves. He's a little nervous here, ladies and gentlemen. His first time here in action. He's a very big man, very tall man. 7 foot, 300 plus pounds. But he's here to take on Santos Escobar. And like I said before, the guys who have come over from the main rosters have decided to wait on their theme songs, as they will be building in here as we go. And then Robert's Infinite Realms will be no different. He will also get a theme. Robert, if you have a theme in mind, please send it my way, and we will pop it in the LSWA's Sunday Evening Slam. But Santos Escobar is on his way to the ring. He's got a literal tall order in front of him, pun intended, in the form of Robert's Infinite Realms. And let's see, Santos Escobar refers to himself as El Guerrero, the warrior. Can he take on? Can he channel the warrior spirit as he takes on Infinite Robert? Robert now trying to establish his name here in WCW in the ranks. He's trying to show everybody that he's got what it takes to become the WCW champion. He doesn't want the television champion. He doesn't want the United States championship. He wants a shot at the WCW World Championship, right now being held by the Jurassic Juggernaut Vince Steele. But Robert knows the road is long ahead of him, and he starts it tonight right here in front of the LSW faithful against Santos Escobar. I'm excited. I hope you're excited with me. Thank you guys so much for joining us and hanging out with us. We still got plenty of action to come. But right now, Robert, who will debut for WCW, takes on Santos Escobar. And the bell rings here. And as you can see, a noticeable size difference. But Santos Escobar knows he's got to stay on top of Robert to get the victory here. And now Robert's Infinite Realms trying to establish himself as a dominant force here in WCW. Beautiful discus punch by the big man. And now he's going to work over that leg of Santos Escobar. Smartly working the leg over of the cruiserweight. Can't be doing any high-flying maneuvers if his legs don't work. And Santos rolls out of the way here. Wait a minute. Big-time Huracan Rana takes the big man off his feet with the momentum. And Robert's just too big of a competitor here for Santos. And now he's going for a quick roll-up here. But now Santos now rolling him up here. And Robert kicking out. Santos smartly trying to stay on top of Robert, but he's just too strong for him. And now Robert's going to pick him up in a big-time stalling suplex here. Going to let all that blood rush to his head. Walk him around a minute. Let this WCW crowd reap it in. Big-time suplex by Robert. And now Robert going. Looks like he's going to drag him into the middle here. I don't know what he's got planned here. Robert's just licking his chops here. And now, whoa, wait a minute. Look at the power displayed by Robert's Infinite Realms. Beautiful Dominator maneuver. Put it right on Santos. 1, 2. Then Santos Escobar kicks out. Robert's Infinite Realms displaying an absolute power. Oh, look at, wait a minute. Santos now smartly trying to reverse and trying to stay on top of Robert's Infinite Realms, but now he's going to work the leg over. Chopping the big tree down, the redwood. The rope break. At least this ref is doing her job. And wait a minute, here we go. Look at the power. Beautiful maneuver by Santos. Now going for the cover here. 1, 2. And Robert kicks out. That was a near fall, near 3 count. Santos Escobar would have been walking out of here with a big-time victory. No pun intended. But a miss here. Robert now. And a drop kick by the big man. And now Robert, he's going, oh, wait a minute, hitting the ropes here, and a big-time splash by Robert. What has Robert got planned? And now he's going to work over the arm, and the stomp, oh, man, that'll snap somebody's arm right in half. And now what has Robert got planned? He's going to drag Santos to the middle of the ring, but Santos now kind of snapping out of it, getting his wits about him. And he's going to put him right back up here into that big-time Dominator maneuver. Dropping him. And now he's going to the ropes here. Look at this. What has Robert got planned here? Robert now going, looked like he was going for the blockbuster, but Santos telegraphed it. And now Santos, beautiful spinebuster by Santos Escobar. Robert had this match won, but went for the maneuver off the top rope, and that could cost him right here, right now. Because now Santos is staying on top of him. And if Santos, look at that, beautiful. Raking the eyes with his feet, but oh man, the power game displayed by Robert. Too much for Santos Escobar. Again, we want to thank everybody for joining us here at the LSWA every Sunday evening, 6:05 on the Superstation here in Legend Series. That beautiful backdrop onto the ring apron. You know that ring has no give, that right there at that part of the ring. And now he's going to slam Santos' head off the apron. And Santos now going. No sells the head slam. I'd be furious if this was real life, but ladies and gentlemen, it's not. Trying to toss Robert into the pole. Oh, beautiful reverse Rana. Dumping Robert right on his dome on the outside. That could be it. Again, I got to go back to the first part here where Robert had the match won but went to the second rope to gloat and to showboat. And look at this now. Santos raking the eyes, doing whatever it takes to get the victory. I mean, he's fighting a gentleman who's 3 times his size, literally and figuratively. And wait a minute now. Beautiful reversal by Santos. Then another reversal by Robert. And now Robert going to slam Santos off the apron again. Robert now looking around at this crowd. But he gave Santos enough time to bounce back and get back in the ring here. Santos now calling Robert back in this ring, saying, welcome to WCW, and a big-time suicide tope suicino. But Robert sidesteps it. And now Santos in trouble here. Ladies and gentlemen, again, I want to thank you all for joining us. We're hitting peak numbers here on the live stream tonight. We want to grow the stream as much as we can, so please share the stream. Hit the share button over there in the corner right now. Share it in your feed. Hit up a friend through text message if they like wrestling and say you're missing the action. Where are you right now? Put on Legend Series YouTube and check out the LSWA as Santos Escobar goes for a Mexican surfboard here on the big man. And Roberts Infinite Realms might be in big trouble as now he locks on the Dragon Sleeper, but lets it go. Robert now looking just to get to the ropes, just to help him up, as Santos now looks firmly in control here. Double knees into the chest there, into the corner. And now Irish whip into the opposing corner. And Santos Escobar now working Infinite Robert up to the top rope. This match has been fantastic from beginning to end. What does Santos Escobar have planned here? But Robert, wait a minute. Robert's reversing it, elbowing him. And wait a minute, big time bulldog by Robert. What a contest here for the debut of Infinite Robert. And now Robert picking up Santos Escobar, and he's going, oh, wait a minute, I know what this is. This could be the jackknife. Is this the spinning out? Power bomb. That's Robert. That's to infinity and beyond, he calls that. And he kicks out. Santos Escobar just kicked out of the infinity and beyond. And Robert now stepping over the top rope. Whoa, wait a minute now. Going to Uncharted Waters is the big man with a big-time splash. Could that do it? Santos Escobar might have had the wind knocked out of him. With Robert now waiting. And wait a minute here. And a big-time reversal. Santos Escobar has now hit a Scorpion Death Drop. He's going for it. 1, 2, 3. Are you kidding me? Santos Escobar has pulled out an insane victory. And I'm being told now that he scraped the eyes of Robert. And oh, come on. I'm being told that he cheated here to win. And that's what he's telling this crowd right now. That is absolute poppycock. Absolute Bush League maneuver there by Santos Escobar. Rake the eyes of Robert's Infinite Realms to get the 3 count. Robert not happy about that. Instant classic welcome to the LSWA, Infinite Robert. It's good to have you here, brother. Welcome to the show. Ladies and gentlemen, the action continues. Up next, Zakanin wants to come out and address the LSW faithful. He wants to talk to somebody in particular, he has told us. Didn't tell us who. Just told us he has somebody that he wants to talk to because they have a particular interest that he doesn't like. So, ladies and gentlemen, right now we're going to take you back to the ring where Zakanin is about to head to the ring and give us his opinions. And of course, Zakanin now heading out to the ring. Like I said before, we don't know what Zakanin, who his beef is with, or what's his problem. We're about to find that out right now as he heads to the ring to air his grievances. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, this isn't Festivus. This isn't December 23rd. And I do not have my aluminum pole set up, so we are not airing grievances just yet. But Robert wanted to come out, but Zakanin wanted to come out here and let things out. He wanted to let things all out on the line. So Eric Bischoff and the LSWA brass gave Zakanin this opportunity to come on out here and talk some smack. Muscles Marinara, the Ghost Who Walks, the Albino Cobra, Segway, the Vault, of course, El Blanco, any name. Zakanin goes by. Zakanin is the king of nicknames at this point. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear what he's got to say.
I just drove in here from the wasteland, and I got to call out Samuel Edwards. Sammy, get your ass out of here.
He's just called out Samuel Edwards. He just called out Sammy Edwards, and as you hear Sammy's music hit, of course, the Vibe Master, as he's referred to, the pot smoker. Everybody knows Sammy Edwards. When he comes out, the heat and the smoke follow, and he's going to come out and respond to the call out by Zakanin. What is Cicada's problem with Samuel Edwards? I think Sam Edwards is happy coming to the ring. He just found out that his brother, Shane Edwards, will also be in action against later tonight in his debut WCW match, is back with him. Sam Edwards brothers will enter the tag team competition. As I said before, the WCW tag team division is completely stacked. Speaking of which, up next after this, we will see the bands supporting for in action. But before we get there, Sam Edwards has some things to say about Cicada rolling out. But before we do that, ladies and gentlemen, we have to take a break for some station identification. And we will do that right now, right after Sam Edwards' entrance. Ladies and gentlemen, still to come, a face-off between Sam Edwards and Cicada. Look at Sam Edwards just taking it to Bobby. Like I said, we'll be right back after these quick messages.
Don't forget to head on over to Instagram and give us a follow at False Finish Productions. There you can stay up to date on all current and upcoming shows, also taking a funny limerick or two. And meanwhile, if you're old like me, head on over to Facebook and give us a follow at False Finish Productions. That's False Finish Productions on all your social media channels.
Ladies and gentlemen, and we are
Sammy,
back.
there are a lot of things I can forget. And I'll tell you right now, listen to Fish ain't one of them. I'm gonna beat that bad out of you.
Now Cicada saying he's got a problem with Sam Edwards because he likes the band Fish. And now Sam Edwards gladly accepting. I think we got ourselves an impromptu match here. The ref is here. Are we about to have a match here? We are. The bell's about to ring. Cicada and Sam Edwards are going to go one-on-one right now. Sam Edwards has had a problem with Cicada. Or as I should say, Cicada's had a problem with Sam Edwards because Sam Edwards likes the band Fish. And don't mind those controls. We are not in control of this action right now. This was filmed earlier today. Cicada decided he had a problem with Samuel Edwards. Didn't like the fact that Sam Edwards is rocking out to Fish. Even his song kind of sounds like Fish. Didn't really like that. And said, I'm going to beat the hippiness out of you. A beautiful neck breaker by Sam Edwards. And Sam Edwards says, hey, man, I don't have no problem getting into some fights, man. Let's do it, dude. And here we are. Sam Edwards and Cicada one-on-one on WCW Nitro here on Sunday Evening Slam. And look at this, Sam Edwards taking it to Cicada. Cicada might be regretting opening his mouth in the first place. Sam Edwards to the top rope. He's calling for Cicada to get up. And a beautiful double axe handle off the top rope. And now Cicada needs the rope to get up. And Sam Edwards raking his eyes right on the ropes. And now chokes him and fires him back into the ring. Or back into the center of the ring, I should say. And Sam Edwards now watching himself, very meta. Sam Edwards now taking it to Cicada here. But Cicada. And oh man, a big stomp to the head of Cicada. And Cicada now trying to make a comeback here, but he can't because Sam Edwards is smartly staying on top of him. And now Sam Edwards got the mandible claw. He's got the mandible claw. He's called the Divine Master. And he drops Cicada. Now he's going for that cover. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3. Cicada loses. That's what happens, Cicada. You come out and you run your mouth to the Vibe Master, Samuel Edwards, and Sammy Edwards gets the W over on Cicada. Fantastic stuff, ladies and gentlemen. I am very proud of one Samuel Edwards. Great job putting Cicada in his place. You can like whatever band you want. You can be whatever kind of guy you want. Any kind of person. No one should judge you for it. And ladies and gentlemen, Sam Edwards is a testament to that very fact. Cicada came out and told Sam Edwards, I don't like you because you like a band, and Sam Edwards punched him right in the mouth. Ladies and gentlemen, let's tip our cap to Sam Edwards. We're going to keep rolling with the action. As I said before, we're going to get to tag team action. Ladies and gentlemen, as Morning Wood comes on and tags against Ken's Toys and Maximilian Tucker. Ken's Toys is trying to recreate his great-great-granddaddy's tag team, the Blackjacks, for a son of Jack Lanza, Blackjack Lanza. Ken Lanza is now looking for someone he can trust in, someone he can team with, and someone he can beat people down with in the Blackjacks. And I think he might have found him in Maximilian Tucker. Up next on Nitro, Morning Wood takes on the possible Blackjacks. You have a theme song. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm being told that they're throwing THC-friendly snacks to the LSWA faithful. As you know, LSWA, look at Jeff Areno with the moves. As you know, LSWA Legend Series channel is a THC-friendly channel. We love the marijuana here. And of course, the Morning Wood now giving out THC-friendly snacks to this LSWA faithful. Woody and Jeff Areno in action. I can't wait for this. And in comes Jeff Areno. Jeff Areno can't stop dancing. He looks like he's swimming on his way to victory as Woody keeps tossing those THC pancakes. Oh, they're tossing a flapjack to the crowd here. Oh, wait a minute. I think I just caught one. Thank you, Woody. That's good as shit right there, that THC pancake. I appreciate you. And as you can tell, Jeff Areno definitely partook in some of those THC snacks. These two boys ready to lock horns with Ken's Toys and Maximilian Tucker. And here we go. Here comes Ken's Toys.
And their opponents, first from New York, weighing in at 286
Ken's Toys in the house. Possible one half of the Blackjacks trying to reform his dad and his granddaddy's tag team. As you just saw, Woody and Jeff Areno tossing THC-friendly snacks to the LSWA faithful. And we bring that back right to reality here with Ken's Toys, who's headed to the ring right now to take on the Morning Wood. Ladies and gentlemen, his tag team partner's got a lot of beef. As one man would say, it's going to be a lot of meaty men slapping meat. And that's going to be because of the next man coming to the ring. His name is Maximilian Tucker. And we're just going to keep Ken Lanza's theme playing. And here he comes making his LSWA debut. Is Maximilian Tucker. He's got to shake out the cobwebs right now, a little nervous. Ken's Toys now putting his faith. They didn't come out together yet because this is a test. If they can get the job done, they will be formed officially as the Blackjack. If not, Ken Lanza will continue his search for a tag team partner. But Maximilian Tucker here, ready to go. Fez on head. He's got his gauges in his ears. Noted tattoo artist is Maximilian Tucker. If you're in his area and you need to get tattooed, what better person to go to than Maximilian? If you guys have anything you want to promote here live on the LSWA, we are looking for commercials. And beautiful clothesline by big Ken Lanza. Ken Lanza now taking it to Woody. A little bit of a close fist here. That ref should definitely double check Ken Lanza's fist right there. And now Lanza trying to take it to Woody, but now Woody reversing it. Woody's definitely going to have the speed advantage here out of all the competitors. The beautiful dump suplex by Woody, trying to dump Lanza on his dome. But Lanza now bounce back and hits him with a drop kick. And now Ken Lanza, beautiful elbow. Another beautiful elbow. Ken Lanza really taking it to Woody. And now we're being told we're putting up another poll right now on the Legend Series chat. Who will win this contest, Morning Wood or the potential Blackjacks? right now up on the poll, up on the Legend Series chat poll in the chats. You can vote right now. Who do you think's going to win Morning Wood or Ken and Tucker? As Ken Lanza now has got Jeff Areno right where he wants him, it seems. And a beautiful spine buster by Ken Lanza. Dropping the big man, and now he's going to tag in big, meaty Maximilian Tucker. And now Maximilian now and Jeff Areno going at it one-on-one. And now these two men going to telegraph each other. And now look at the power displayed by Maximilian. Going to hang up Jeff Areno in the corner and dump him. As you can see, the scar on Maximilian's back. Had surgery many, many years ago to repair his neck and back. And beautiful bicycle kick by Jeff Areno. Jeff Areno's, oh no, wait a minute. Maximilian now kicking off Jeff Areno. And now Max looks like he's going to go back over and tag in Ken. And now here comes Ken Lanza back on over to capitalize on Jeff Areno. But Jeff Areno now, beautiful jawbreaker and a beautiful roll-up by Jeff Areno. He's going to be calling Twinkle Toes for a reason. The man is light on his feet. Little light in the loafers. This Jeff Areno can jump around this ring, no problem. Look at him just trying to jump into the double knees. But Ken telegraphing it with a drop kick. Beautiful maneuver. And now he gets a tag to Woody, who comes in. But Ken goes for a punch but ducks it. Woody ducks it here. And now Woody trying to go back at it. Then a lock up here, but Woody now a shot to the midsection and a punch to the face. And now here goes Woody now attacking Ken Lanza. And now Ken back elbow to Woody. Oh, wait a minute now. Beautiful power bomb by Ken Lanza. In comes Jeff Areno. Jeff Areno, you got to break it up. And Jeff Areno just breaks up the count. Jeff Areno earlier today cut a promo talking about Booker T, the United States champion. Well, right now, seemed to have his work cut out for him as he takes on Ken Lanza and Maximilian Tucker, who have got Woody in a beautiful back body drop. These two men seem to be working together real well, but Jeff gets a tag now. And now Jeff comes in with a beautiful bicycle kick to Maximilian Tucker. And now he's going to work Maximilian Tucker's legs. Jeff Areno, like I said, challenged Booker T. If he gets a W tonight, I assume that will get the attention of one Eric Bischoff, who will have to put Jeff Areno in a match against Booker T at Slamboree. And now Jeff Areno tagging in Woody. And Woody now will fire off to the breadbasket here with a punch. And a rope break breaks that up. Woody and Maximilian. Beautiful plancha by Woody to the outside on Maximilian. But Maximilian plays possum and kicks Woody in the head here. And a beautiful over the head club by Maximilian. And now Maximilian Irish whipping in the barricade. Come on, man. Get the shit back in the ring, will you? And now Maximilian picking up Woody. And he's going to dump Woody with a beautiful Death Valley driver onto the concrete. And Ken Lanza watching on, nodding in approval. Very happy with what he's seeing right now. And now Tucker rolls Woody back into the ring. Woody's got to get a tag. Jeff Areno now fired up, wants to get in that ring. But he can't. And now Jeff Areno, Tucker going for a splash body. He missed, and now Woody smartly hitting a double drop kick, but going to the wrong corner here. But he's got, wait a minute. You know what this is. It's the buzzsaw kick. The Monk Smasher. He just kicked Maximilian Tucker straight into next week. Maximilian Tucker might not wake up until Thunder starts next week. And Ken's Toys comes in and breaks it up. Now Ken's Toys screaming at Maximilian to wake up. And the damage might be done though. Woody hitting him with the buzzsaw kick, the Bomb Smasher. And a back elbow by Woody. Woody now going for a beautiful flipping over neck breaker. Can Woody get the tag to the big man? And I think that's just about what's about to happen. Here comes a tag to the big man. They're going to Irish whip Maximilian off the ropes. Back elbow. Dropping Maximilian. And now Jeff Areno and Ken's Toys, the legal men. And they missed that, both of them. And now Jeff off the ropes. Irish whip. Beautiful back elbow by Jeff Areno. And now Jeff dropping an elbow onto Ken. This is fantastic tag team action here on the LSWA's Sunday Evening Slam. We want to thank everybody for joining us. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you. Coming up next will be James Lucas taking on Sabu. And a tag now to Woody. Wait a minute. Here we go. Hits from the bong. Hits from the bong. The old fastball special. But no, Maximilian breaks it up. There it was. You just saw the fastball special. The hit from the bong. It wasn't enough. You could see the welts on Ken's toys right now, on Ken Lanza. And now Woody, back elbow. This has been a fantastic tag team match. And now Woody going for a powerbomb. Beautiful sit-out powerbomb by Woody Triple Deuce. But Ken gets a tag to Maximilian. And Maximilian now goes for a small package. 1, 2, 3. Oh, what a big-time win by Maximilian and Ken. What a win. Ken distracting Woody long enough for Maximilian to come in and hit a small package on him. Fantastic. And there you see it. I think we have just seen a tag team formation right before our very eyes. Ken's Toys, Ken Lanza, and Maximilian Tucker, the new and improved Blackjacks. Fantastic action here on WCW Nitro Sunday Evening Slam. We want to thank all you guys for hanging out with us. You've been going strong now for 3 hours. We still got plenty of action to come. We still got James Lucas in action against Sabu. Ted Darklaw takes on Shane. Same time toys. The Hooligans take on the Figure Fight Club. And of course, in your main event, the Voodoo Temple will take on Sting and Lex Luger. Before we get there, I'm being told that we have a message from the back from one WCW United States Champion, the Boogman, Booker T.
Let me tell you something, Jefferino. You want a shot at the WCW United States Champion? You got it, man. I will see you at Slamboree. Now, can you dig that, sucker?
But Booker...
Let me tell you something, Jefferino.
And gentlemen, Booker T. Booker T has accepted Jefferino's challenge for Slamboree. You heard it here first. Of course, Slamboree is on pay-per-view. The only way to watch Slamboree is to join the membership. All pay-per-views will be members only. That'll be happening on Saturday evenings. And we will be letting you guys know way ahead of time when that happens. But Booker T has officially accepted Jefferino's challenge. At Slamboree, we are going to see Rey Mysterio versus Action Figure Addict. We are going to see Jefferino versus Booker T for the United States Championship. And I'm being told in my ear right now, a gauntlet scramble match, 6-way women action for the WCW LSWA Women's Championship. Alyntra Blayze will be defending her championship at Slamboree against 5 other women. Who will be in that match? Only time will tell. We will figure that out as the weeks progress. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, back to the action. And up next, James Lucas will take on Sabu in Hardcore Extreme Rules fight. And ladies and gentlemen, I feel the wheels are going to come flying off this one as Sabu and James Lucas literally shake the building down to its very foundation and use anything under the sun to get a W. So up next, right here on WCW Monday Nitro or Sunday Nitro, whatever the hell you want to call it, James Lucas takes on Sabu. And now I'm going to see if we have a theme song for one James Lucas, and I don't see one here in our production notes. We apologize. Next week, James Lucas will have theme music. But right now, James Lucas very focused on the task at hand, which is fighting and beating the homicidal, the suicidal, the genocidal, the death-defying Sabu. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about you, but I'm excited about this one. Sabu, James Lucas, both men a few cards short of a full deck. Putting up right now on the Legend Series poll in the chats. Who will win, James Lucas or Sabu? Cast your vote. regardless, this is going to be Extreme Rules. So these men, they're going to throw it all out on the line. They're going to hit each other with everything but the kitchen sink. As a matter of fact, I'm being told that the kitchen sink might be under the ring at this point. Again, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us here at Sunday Evening Slam. If you're having a good time, please share this channel, share the stream. We can get replays. Replays count. So let people know, watch the replay. If they want to join, tell them to hit me up if they're a member, and I will make them a character here. Talib. All right, is he a member? Talib is a member. Put Talib down. We will make Talib along with Laser Pants and somebody else X today too, right? Oh, no, that was it. So Talib and Laser Pants will be made later in the week, and we joining the ranks of the LSWA. But here you are, ladies and gents, the death-defying Sabu, the lunatic Fringe, James Lucas. They're about to go one-on-one in an Extreme Rules fight, and I can't wait to see how this plays out. Here we go, boys and girls. A hardcore fight right now. Sabu and James Lucas. And Sabu, oh, wait a minute. Look at the power being displayed by James Lucas. Fantastic power bomb by James Lucas. And now he's going to work the legs over of Sabu. As you know, Sabu, known for the triple jump moonsault. Many dives from the top rope or over the top rope. So James Lucas smartly taking out the legs of Sabu. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're a member and you want to be made, if you want to be immortalized on the Legend Series Wrestling Alliance, please let us know and we will make you and put you on the roster. If you're on the fence, we hope that tonight's action might have swayed you a bit. You can cut promos. We'll put theme songs in the game for you. We'll set everything up and we will have fun every Sunday night at 6:05 right here on Legend Series channel. And Sabu now going for a thing, but James Lucas moving out of the way. I said a thing, I meant a splash. And now James Lucas, big time clothesline, will fire off another clothesline. And Sabu feeding right back to James Lucas off the top. Big time clothesline by James Lucas. And now Lucas looks like he's going to get a toy. And it's a kendo stick. In comes James Lucas. And look at him now taunting to Sabu. But Sabu now smartly rolls out of the way and hits him with a leg lariat. And Sabu now going for a springboard moonsault, but James Lucas smartly moves out of the way. And James Lucas now Irish whip and a beautiful over the head belly to belly by James Lucas. And now it's going to take it to Sabu with the kendo stick. Some call it a Singapore cane, some call it a kendo stick. Either way, it delves out the same amount of punishment. And Sabu now Irish whipping James Lucas. Now beautiful leapfrog and a beautiful Huracan Rana. Some might say the hits from the kendo stick motivated Sabu. James Lucas just kicking out. And I hope James Lucas is watching right now as he takes on Sabu on WCW Sunday Nitro right here on the Legend Series channel. LSWA Wrestling Series Wrestling Alliance. And Sabu almost getting another 3 count. James Lucas luckily getting that shoulder up at the last minute. And now Sabu dropping a knee across the arm of James Lucas. And what is Sabu going to do now? Sabu's going to go and get some toys. And, of course, the steel chair made famous by Sabu. Sabu fired off at James Lucas. Now he's going to take it to James Lucas. I'm being told that directly after this match, we're going to hear from Yo-Joe Jerk. Yo-Joe Jerk will come to the ring and address Tony Sphinx. Oh, wait a minute, go for a small package here. 1, 2, and a kick out by Sabu. Fantastic action here on WCW tonight. And Sabu, beautiful Huracan Rana now going for another cover. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Sabu gets the big W with the Huracan Rana, being told by the ref that James Lucas, when he took that Huracan Rana, got dumped on his head. He's a little concussed, they're saying. I'm being told that James, hold on. Yes, that James suffered a concussion. That's why he's laid out on the ringside there. We're going to get some medical attention to check on him. But Sabu, the victor tonight here on Nitro, as he beat James Lucas. Ladies and gentlemen, so far so good. We have been just cruising through the action. We got a couple more matches left, but before we get to those matches, we got to hear from the current reigning and defending WCW television champion, Yo Joe Jerk. Tony's Figs a couple weeks ago, I think last week in the chats, had some things to say about Yo Joe Jerk, and now Yo Joe Jerk is going to respond. So, ladies and gentlemen, that being said, let's hear from the Jerk. And there he is, your WCW television champion. Yo Joe Jerk's in the house. He's going to address the issue now with Tony's Figs. Ladies and gentlemen, Yo Joe Jerk defeating Diamond Dallas Page last week on Nitro to become the World Television Champion. He's headed to the ring now. Last week, Tony's Figs won the number one contender match. Now, I don't know if Tony's Figs can name that number one contendership whenever he wants, or if it's going to happen at Slamboree. But regardless, Jerk is going to come out, and he's got some things he wants to get off his chest real quick. So let's wait here before when he grabs the mic. The Yo Joe Jerk in the house. Ladies and gents, let's hear what the young man has got to say.
I hear Tony Figs wants a shot at the Jerk. Well, you don't have to wait for Slamboree, buddy. We can do this right now. But it looks like we have a no-show. Tony's Figs, there is only so many places you can hide from this Jerk. I'm coming for you.
Oh, wow. Tony's Figs didn't even grace Jerk with his presence tonight. And now Jerk said he'll be back. You'll see. Ladies and gentlemen, Yo Joe Jerk, I bet you that's far from over between Tony's Figs and Yo Joe Jerk. Ladies and gentlemen, let's just roll on with the action here. Ted Darklaw making his debut tonight here on Nitro against one Shane Edwards, Same Time Toys, who's also making his debut. A lot of action here on WCW Nitro, a lot of debuts, fantastic action. That being said, let's get to the action. Ted Darklaw versus Shane Edwards. Ted Darklaw, yet another young man who hasn't had theme song yet. We're still waiting. And we'll get that. I'm being told we'll get that when we get that. That's the kind of attitude we get. But look at this entrance from Ted Darklaw.
From Cincinnati, Ohio.
Teddy Darklaw.
229 pounds.
Heading into the ring.
Boss
Ted Darklaw saying he's happy to be here. He's happy to join the ranks of the LSWA. And it's good to have him, honestly. We want him here. We want him a part of the show. Right now. I'm trying to see if I can get a Shane's theme song in time, but I don't know. We're trying to scramble for it. But it's not here, so unfortunately, Same Time Toys will get his theme song next week. I know I had it here.
and his opponent.
But it's not here, but here he comes to the ring. Shane of Same Time Toys. Oh, here it is. Shane Edwards. Wait a minute. Better late than never, they said. Oh, no, that is not it. I'm sorry. Take that back. But Shane will have his theme next week. But right now, Shane and Ted Darklaw both making their LSWA debuts on WCW Nitro. And here we go. Shane flying right out with a crossbody, firing hot out of the box against Teddy Darklaw. We still got two major matches next, so please stick with us. We got Figure Fight Club taking on the Hooligans, and Sting and Luger taking on the Voodoo Temple. And here we go. Teddy Darklaw now in control, but now wait a minute. Shane fires with an overhead punch. Punching the lights out of Teddy Darklaw. And now Shane with a beautiful headlock takedown, working over Teddy Darklaw on the mat. And now Ted using the ropes to help him up, but Shane is waiting. And now, wait a minute, Shane's going to work over that leg. Beautiful maneuver. He's going to work him down, make sure he can't walk. Shane Edwards, the school of the Gimmick Factory, learning under the tutelage of Tone Bone and many other seasoned veterans. And wait a minute, beautiful leapfrog by Ted Darklaw. Ted Darklaw, no slouch neither. Ted Darklaw learning over under the learning tree of William Regal. And going for a counter, beautiful. 1, 2, and wait a minute. Shane flips it over and back over down to Ted. Get us in control. He won. And another way, one. Oh man, they're going to go back and forth here. Well, look at this, they go back and forth. 1. They're not stopping at 1. And a kick out by Ted Darklaw. Wait a minute now, Shane and Ted now reversing. These two men know each other very well, it seems. And Ted now, beautiful. Close another clothesline. Teddy now hitting the ropes here. Springboard dropkick. Beautiful maneuver by Teddy Darklaw. And Teddy Darklaw now firing up this crowd here. Trying to get the action, the LSW faithful behind him. Beautiful Blue Thunder Bomb. Blue Thunder Bomb. Wait a minute. 1, 2. And Shane kicks out. Almost a 3 count by Teddy Darklaw. And now Ted going for another Irish whip off the ropes here. And going for a big boot, but missed it here. And Shane, beautiful spinning DDT onto Teddy Darklaw. I know what you're wondering, how the hell is Teddy's hat not coming off his head? Nobody knows. Just think it's magic. And now Teddy firing elbows to Shane's abdomen. And a beautiful springboard spinning DDT by Teddy Darklaw. And wait a minute now, Ted's locking it up again. Irish whip. Shane off the ropes. And he does the beautiful big boot. He just put him down. He's going to just put him down with the big boot. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Ted Darklaw wins his debut match here on WCW. Welcome to the LSWA. Teddy Darklaw, big time win over Shane Edwards. Shane has nothing to be ashamed of. Came out fast, came out hard, just didn't come out on top. Not a big deal, nothing to be ashamed of. You have my respect, young man. You wanted to put Teddy Darklaw down, but Ted showed his resilience, showed his testicular fortitude, and showed the world that not today. He will get the victory, and did just that. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is a tag team match between the Figure Fight Club and the Hooligans. But wait a minute. I'm just receiving word here. Hold on a sec. Oh, wait a minute. There's a commotion backstage. Hold on a second. What the hell's going on here? Zakaden. Zakaden's got Sam Edwards. He just put Sam Edwards down.
See you around, Sammy.
And did you hear that from Zakaden? I'll see you around, Sammy. He laughs as he walks away. What a piece of garbage that Zakaden is, attacking Sam Edwards after Sam answered the challenge, took the disrespect, got a pinfall victory, and now even more disrespect is handed out by Zakaden attacking Sam Edwards in the back. And I'll tell you what, that's definitely going to be a rematch down the line. I don't know if it's going to be at Slamboree or if it's going to be right here on Thunder next week. But Sam Edwards will get a rematch. I can rest assure you. I can definitely speak on behalf of Eric Bischoff. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, up next, tag team action. The Figure Fight Club, J-Mac and Abby take on Hot Rod Roddy Piper and one Curb Stomp of Curb Stomp Films. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see how this plays out when these combustible elements finally cross paths. Now, I know I got the Figure Fight Club. There you go. And here you go. The Figure Fight Club theme song just hit.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. The way to the ring, your combined weight,
The Figure Fight Club's in the house. As you can hear their theme song playing in the arena. J-Mac fired up tonight as they take on Herb Up and Hot Rod, Roddy Piper, the Hooligans. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks so much better with theme song, Tyler. I'm just going to put that out there. Hopefully you guys can hear the music playing with the entrances, and hopefully you guys can immerse yourself the way I am tonight. I am having an absolute blast. I appreciate all you guys for hanging out here as Abby, the leader of the Figure Fight Club, and one of his cronies, J-Mac, and I mean that in the most respectful way. He's even dancing to the song. Ladies and gentlemen, these two guys are fired up to be here. They got a tall order ahead of them in the Hot Rod, Roddy Piper, and Curb Stomp. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't have theme songs for them two just yet. We will have it as the weeks progress. As I said before, I appreciate your patience. I appreciate the time. For now, we'll just give them a regular theme song. There we go. The old Hooligans coming out to generic rock music that we have, just in case if somebody debuts don't have a theme song. But I was going to give everybody the same theme song. And there you have it, the Hooligans. Abby and Roddy Piper going to start this match off. Let's see how this plays out. The Figure Fight Club and the Hooligans. All the tag teams here in WCW Toronto of 5 for a tag team title opportunity against the Outsiders, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. And Abby now really taking it to the Hot Rod, Roddy Piper. I hope Abby's still in the crowd. If not, I hope you and J-Mac check out the replay here. As you two gentlemen are still taking on Hot Rod, Roddy Piper and the Curb Stomp. And now beautiful maneuver. Hot Rod getting some running momentum with a punch right to the side of the face. An overhand chop now. Piper taking it to Abby. We still got one more big-time match, our main event, which is Sting and Luger taking on the Voodoo Temple. And here comes Curb Stomp. Overhand club to Abby. Abby Irish whip down to the corner. Now we get some tag team action from the Hooligans. And a double stomp by Hot Rod, Roddy Piper to the back of Abby. And a stomp to the arm. We appreciate the LSW faithful for hanging with us here tonight. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you. Beautiful elbow drop by Abby, moves. And a drop kick by Abby. Representing the Figure Fight Club. And now he's got him in an arm bar. Working over Hot Rod's arm. Whoa, that could break your arm or pop it out of the socket and dislocate it. And Abby smartly just working on the limbs here. And look at Curb Stomp coming to help his friend. Coming to help his friend and mentor, Hot Rod, Roddy Piper. In comes Abby now. And Hot Rod waiting for him and really decked him right in the mouth there. Beautiful Manhattan drop. One. Just a one count. Abby kicking out. Abby, the Snake Cobra, decided to become the leader of the Figure Fight Club, decided to start recruiting. He started with J-Mac. He went over to Alpha Red, and he's still looking for more, he said. He said the Figure Fight Club will never end. It will grow and grow and grow. It will not stop. It will take over the wrestling game, and it will take over the world. The question is that true? And there we go. Speaking of which, he tags in the big man J-Mac, and now here comes J-Mac locking the Boston Crab onto Curb Stomp, and Curb Stomp's got the strong legs and reverses it. And now Curb Stomp dropping an elbow onto J-Mac. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you guys for hanging out with us and staying strong with us. This action continues here on the LSWA Legislative Wrestling Alliance for Sunday Evening Slam. And a kick right to the face. And Hot Rod Roddy Piper now dropping an elbow onto J-Mac. And J-Mac, beautiful reversal. Drops him with a beautiful arm drag. But Hot Rod telegraphs it, now drops him with a missile drop kick. And now he's going to work the arm of J-Mac. And now Hot Rod Roddy Piper staying on top of J-Mac. J-Mac now, beautiful reversal. Got him in the wrong corner here, but look at this. Look at this beautiful flapjack by J-Mac. And now J-Mac setting up for something. Hot Rod getting up. He doesn't know what he's setting up for. Oh, wait a minute. It's the smooth sailing by J-Mac. But Curb Stomp breaks it up. The smooth sailing. J-Mac grabs you by the face, picks you up, and slams you right down to the canvas. And now Hot Rod trying to fight out. Doesn't want to get a double team. Doesn't want to get a tag team maneuver onto him. That beautiful belly to belly might have bought him the opportunity to get a tag. But Hot Rod smartly staying on J-Mac. And Irish whipping J-Mac into his corner. And here we go. Hot Rod, I think, just busted open J-Mac. And in comes Curb Stomp now. And look at this maneuver. Here we go. Beautiful. I think that's the hooligan stomp. That's the hooligan stomp. They're going for it. In comes Abi. And Abi breaks it up. That could have been correct. That could have been the end right there. The hooligan stomp by Curb Stomp. And now Curb Stomp placating to the LSWA faithful. Again, I appreciate all you guys hanging out with us every Sunday evening, 6:05 sharp on the Superstation. LSWA presents Sunday Evening Slam. You get one from WWF, you get one from WCW. Monday Night Raw was fantastic. WCW has been nothing short of classic, and we still got one more match to go. And look at Abi now helping out J-Mac, raking Curb Stomp's eyes, and with those glasses, that's going to mess your face up pretty good. And now J-Mac getting a tag into Abi, who now smartly just goes for the cover, and a dirty pin at that. And Curb Stomp kicks out. Abi being a real scum, trying to get the quick victory to get the Figure Fight Club out of here. And wait a minute, beautiful turnbuckle powerbomb by Curb Stomp. Curb Stomp now going for a cover here, too. And J-Mac breaks it up. The Figure Fight Club have trying to etch their names on the power rankings as a viable tag team, as I said before, to the outsiders. And there are a lot of tag teams in front of them. But a win against the Hooligans tonight will definitely catapult them over some of those said tag teams that I just brought up. And wait a minute now, Piper getting a running head start here. Beautiful splash in the corner. Piper now going for a cover here. 1, 2. The Stinger Splash does it. The Hooligans get the victory. Roddy Piper with a little bit of shades of the Icon Sting into the corner. And these two gentlemen might have catapulted themselves a couple of notches here in the tag team division. And who knows what the hell's going to go on now on our road here to Slamboree. The Figure Fight Club, with the unfortunate recipients of a tag team loss here. That's that bullshit, J-Mac now saying as he walks to the back with Abi. Abi now visibly upset by that tag team loss. Ladies and gentlemen, Curb Stomp also now celebrating, saying that's what's up. Yes, that is what's up. Ladies and gentlemen, as you saw a couple minutes ago, Zikaden attacked Sam Edwards. Let's just quickly run that back real quick and show you. Sam Edwards was in the back getting ready to leave the building. And Zikaden attacked him. And saying, I'll see you around, Sam Edwards.
See you around, Sammy.
And Sam Edwards, we don't know how that's going to play out, but I'm receiving word right now from Eric Bischoff himself at Slamboree. It will be Samuel Edwards versus Zikaden, with a stipulation to be named later. Also, I'm being told right now in my ear by Eric Bischoff that the Figure Fight Club want to run this back against the Hooligans next week on Thunder, and Eric Bischoff will happily accept. This time, tornado tag rules. Both men, all 4 competitors will be in the ring at once. No tags necessary. Let's fight. Let's get a winner. Let's get it. No more excuses. The winner will go on to Slamboree to fight Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, the Outsider. Ladies and gentlemen, the action has been nonstop tonight, and I appreciate you all for hanging out with us. But I'm going to ask you one question that a few guys that in the wrestling business have asked many times before. Do you got time for one more match? Do you got time for one more match? Ladies and gentlemen, the main event is coming up. The Icon Sting, his best bud, the total package Lex Luger, take on the Voodoo Temple, the leader, the witch doctor Rada, and Samdi, one of his disciples, head to the ring to take down Sting and Luger. It is no secret that as of late, Rada has wanted a shot at Vince Steele one-on-one for the WCW Heavyweight Championship, and getting in his way at every chance he's had has been Sting. Rada looks to rid himself of Sting tonight with the help of his tag team partner, Samdi. Ladies and gentlemen, your main event for Sunday Evening Slam, the Voodoo Temple versus the Icon Sting and Lex Luger. Now, as you can tell, we do, in fact, we do have the Voodoo Temple theme. The Voodoo Temple's theme is here. I have to find it. I just don't want them to kill me if I can't find it in time. Yeah, I gotta, there it is.
The following contest is a tag team match.
And here they come to the ring, the Voodoo Temple, the giant Samdi, the medium giant Rada. They head to the ring with one goal in mind: take out the Icon, rid Rada of Sting. And these two men have a lot of hate filled in their hearts. And let me tell you something, there is no loss between Lex Luger and Rada. As everybody knows, Lex Luger has crossed paths with Rada a few times back in the old past of the old WCW days before the LSWA took over. And these two men now are just taking this in before Sting and Luger hit the ring. The Voodoo Temple, Rada and Samdi, have officially hit the ring. I am terrified right now just staring at these two massive men. It is a scary sight being around them. You don't know what they're capable of. And here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. We're working on a theme, trust me, for the Icon Sting. And he is headed to the ring by himself right now. Ladies and gentlemen, conspicuous by his absence, where is his tag team partner, Lex Luger? But now Sting is here, this capacity crowd, and they love Stinger. LSWA faithful going bananas for the Stinger, who's headed to the ring by himself right now. Sting now wants to, listen, Rada may want to rid himself of the Stinger, but I'll guarantee you the feeling is probably mutual. The Stinger is not happy with Rada, hasn't been happy with Rada since he walked into WCW and has taken opportunities away from Sting. Sting wants the WCW Championship. He was cost the WCW Championship by Rada when Sting lost it to Vince Steele a couple of months ago. And now here we are on WCW Nitro. On the LSWA, Sting has an opportunity to finally get his receipt against Rada. Tried to get it last week in a ladder match, but didn't have any luck. And here comes Lex Luger. Lex Luger's theme. And there he comes. The total package. Lex Luger's in street clothes. I don't know what this is about. Lex Luger and Sting usually come out together. But now Lex opting to come out on his own. I don't know what this is about, ladies and gentlemen. The total package doesn't seem too happy, doesn't seem too impressed doesn't seem too interested to be involved in this tag team contest, this main event tonight. Rada and Sandy got their work cut out for them as they take on two bona fide Hall of Famers. As a matter of fact, one of which is a Hall of Famer, and one is going in this year in Lex Luger and Sting. And Lex Luger now slowly getting into the ring, taking his time here. I'm still confused as to why he's in street clothes. And now he's posing. Bad Figure Fight Club gives 5 membership. Oh no, he's a member for 5 months. Thank you for your member chat. I want a rematch Tornado Tag Style Tables match. I'll be down. The blow. Lex Luger just ripped off his clothes. He's in his gear. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm being told in my ear that Eric Bischoff will make that happen. It will be a tag team tables match between the Figure Fight Club and the Hooligans, while Lex Luger pokes down here in your main event of WCW Nitro. We thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for hanging with us tonight. Thank you for being here on Legend Series Sunday Evening Slam. Lex Luger and Sting take on the Voodoo Temple in your main event. And I can't wait to see how this plays out, because this has to have world title implications come Slamboree, because Vince Steele is just waiting to see who he's going to be taking on at Slamboree. And look at Rada displaying the power, but look at the athleticism displayed by Sting, who reverses the suplex into a chop block. Sting's going to have his work cut out for him, as we see these two men can't stand each other. Beautiful power bomb by Sting. As you can tell, Sting is no slouch. Sting has a lot of power. He's a strong man, so he can definitely get Rada up into some maneuvers here. And Rada smartly hit him with a dragon screw leg whip, take those leg out of the Stinger. And he's going for his big boot now, but Stinger sidesteps it now, going for a chop. And now Stinger Irish whip here, and beautiful back body drop by the Stinger. And now the Stinger with a push right to the dome. And now Sandy trying to fire up his leader, and Sting kicks Rada right to the head, but Rada sits right up and gets right up, no-sells it. And Rada now being powered by the voodoo gods and goddesses. But Sting working him over in the corner, just trying to stay on top. You gotta have to stay on top of a guy like Rada. And a beautiful Stinger splash by Sting. Sting now going for the 3 count here, but here comes Sandy, who breaks it up. And if you think Rada's big, Sandy towers over Rada. You ask yourself, where the hell did he find him in Bones? The Voodoo Child, the Voodoo Childs. But he's got them here in his faction here, and Sting and Luger now beautiful double shoulder tackles. Knocking the big man down, but the big man gets a tag to Sandy, who still Luger runs right into and doesn't even move the big man. And now Sandy displaying his absolute power over Luger by walking him into the corner and just tossing him like a ragdoll into the center of the ring. Sandy, no one knows where this guy has come from. But Luger, everybody knows the power that Luger has. And it gets dropped right down on his back by Sandy. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us here on the Legend Series channel. And wait a minute, he's got him in a claw. He's going to squeeze the life out of Lex Luger. Lex Luger might be in trouble there. Lex Luger gets dropped but rolls out smartly to get some breathing space. But not enough time. Sandy, Irish whip now drop down. And a big time back body drop on Luger. Luger went up real high into the lights there. And now Sandy picking him up. And an Irish whip in the corner. Are we going to go? We're going to get some tag team action from the Voodoo Temple. And these two giant men now going to work Luger over. And now Rada puts him into a small package after the tag team maneuver too. But Luger kicks out. Luger definitely needs to make a tag to the Stinger. And look at the power display by Rada. Rada putting him up into the Bulldog Power Slam and tagging in Sandy. And now Sandy going to pick up Luger. What's he got planned here? And now he's got him in a what looked like a bear hug spine buster. And now he's going for a count here. And Sting breaks it up. Sting now screaming for Luger to make a tag to him. And now Sandy now stepping and putting all his weight on Luger's stomach. Hard to breathe when you got that much weight on you. And now Sandy, but Luger counters a beautiful maneuver by Luger. Luger's got to make the tag to Sting. What are you doing? And now Sandy back in control with a beautiful body slam. And now, wait a minute. Luger now makes the tag to Sting. And now the tag to Rada. And man, did Luger mess up that hot tag. That hot tag was ice cold. But now Sting now gets picked up into a sidewalk slam by Rada. Lex Luger kind of inadvertently getting in the way of the Stinger. And look at now, Rada picking up Sting. Going to put him up into that Bulldog power slam. Big time power slam by Rada. Now Sting up, no sells, and Sting fires up and beats the chest. And he's going for the Scorpion Deathlock. Sting's got the Scorpion Deathlock, and Sandy's got to come in and break this up before it's too late, and does. Rada almost tapped to the Scorpion Deathlock. Beautiful maneuver by the Stinger. The Stinger now trying to wrap this up here in your main event on WCW Nitro. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us here at the LSWA on Sunday evening slam. Going to be back at it next Sunday, 6:05 Eastern, here on the Superstation Legends Series channel. And now Lex Luger going to the top rope. Very uncharacteristic of Lex Luger. Lex Luger, not a man to go to the top rope usually keeps it in the ring. He's a power guy. And now Luger with a big-time clothesline off the top rope. Could have hit him with his patented flying forearm. And now tossing him into the corner. He's going to get a tag to Stinger. Tags in the Stinger. In comes the conscience of the WCW. The Whisper, the Voice. The Angel. The guy who looks over WCW, makes sure everything's all right, but gets a reversal from Rada. Rada would be the demon of WCW if we were going to characterize the two men right now. And now Rada, Irish whipping Sting into the corner. Look at the size difference between Sting and Sandy just standing in the corner right there. Beautiful DDT by Sting. Sting now setting up for something. Rada's getting up. What does Sting got planned here? Is he going to hit with the Scorpion death drop? And he does! He does! Scorpion death drop by the Stinger. Stinger going for a count here. Sandy just looking over in horror. Can't believe this. Wait a minute. And Rada gets the kick out. Sandy must have known something that we didn't. And Rada now, wait a minute. Sting now hitting the rope. Dropping him with a splash in the center of the ring. And now Sting looks like he's going to tag in Lex Luger. Can Luger apply the torture rack? The deadly submission that Luger does. Now Luger going for an Manhattan drop. And now Luger bringing him into the center of the ring. What has Luger got planned here? All Luger's got to do is pick him up, and he can rack him. We've seen Luger rack the Giant. We've seen Luger rack Nash. We know for a fact Luger could definitely rack Rada. And now Sting, Irish whip him off the ropes here. Sting with a beautiful back body drop. But Rada immediately gets back up. You're going to have to hit Rada with a lot more than that to beat him. And now Rada, what a main event this has been, ladies and gentlemen. This is the action you can expect every Sunday from the Legend Series Wrestling Alliance. And Rada go for a small package, but Sting kicked out. And now Rada firmly in control, staying on top of the Stinger. Irish whipping him into the corner. And we're going to see another tag team maneuver. Now look at this. The big man going to the top rope. Oh, we know this move, the DMF. Beautiful maneuver. The DMF. They call it the Die-MFer. And Lex Luger now breaking up that count. The Die-MFer, made famous by the messiahs of wrestling, Tone Bone and Bobby Sapphire. Impressive maneuver done by these two. Wait, a Sting going for the tombstone power driver on the Sandy. He just picked up the Giant and dumped him on his head. And now Sting going to stay on top of Sandy. I think he's going to tag in Luger. And if Luger is ready, I think Luger might rack the Giant here. And Luger now, wait a minute. Luger big time. Okay, now beautiful Manhattan drop again. Luger now Irish whipping the big man. And it's the forearm. The forearm. Everybody knows the loaded forearm. Lex Luger's got a metal plate in his forearm. And Sandy kicks out. I thought that was over for sure. He hit him with the loaded forearm. And now Luger tagging in Sting. They're trying to figure out what they got to do to beat the Voodoo Temple. Sandy's an absolute monster. Now Sting raking the back of Sandy. And a beautiful Scorpion death drop. Sting's got to go for the cover here. And what is Sting doing? Sting moving him into the center of the ring. Is Sting going to go for a splash? Oh, Sting's going for the count, but in comes Rada. And Rada breaks the count up. What a main event, ladies and gentlemen, tonight here on Sunday Evening Slam. Thank you so much for joining us. And the Stinger now taking it to the Giant here, Sandy. And look at the power displayed by the Stinger, dropping Zamdi right down, and he's going to tag in Luger. But Zamdi now tags in Rada. Luger and Rada now, the legal men. And Rada moving out of the way of that loaded forearm with a beautiful short arm clothesline of his own. And now Rada picking up Lex Luger. And now Rada going to go for a sidewalk slam. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how these four men are putting it all on the line right now, but they are leaving it out here for us. One, and the Stinger breaks it up. Ladies and gentlemen, what a tag team match here tonight as your main event to close out Sunday Evening Slam. I appreciate all you guys. And now, Rada working over Lex Luger still, trying to take him. Oh, wait a minute. Rada now. Rada's going to hit him. Oh, wait a minute, Rada. And there we go. Rada going with the throat chops and the punch right to the face. And now Rada, look at the size difference between Rada and Sandy right then and there. Sandy slowly stalking Lex Luger very eerily. And now Lex Luger posing down for the LSWA faithful. Lex Luger was going to go for a forearm smash, but Sandy reversed another one. And now Zamdi going for us a couple of moves here. What has he got planned? And now Zamdi with the choke slam. Whoa, what a maneuver by Zamdi. The go to hell, he calls it. 1, 2, 3. The Voodoo Temple wins it here tonight. Sting in stunned disbelief that Zamdi put down Luger. And look at Rada now celebrating with his monster, Zamdi. The Voodoo Temple have now taken it to Sting. Then Rada scores a pinfall victory over the Stinger. Rada's got to be taking some momentum into Thunder next week. Ladies and gentlemen, what action this week. I thank you guys so much. Rada and the Voodoo Temple scoring a victory. Next week, we don't know what's going to go down. We know for a fact the WCW World Champion will be in action, Vince Steele, but we don't know who against. Will it be against Rada now? Hell, will it be against Zamdi? Zamdi has proven his worth now in the heavyweight division. Will we be rewarded with a world title match? Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank all you guys. Please, thank you so much